Let me take you back to a small barrio in Vega Baja, Puerto Rico. Picture a young Benito Martínez Ocasio, just a church choir kid, humming Mark Anthony and Daddy Yankee hits under his breath. You might wonder, how does a quiet boy with a mixtape in his backpack become the king of Latin trap? Here's the setup. Benito's early life wasn't some fairy tale of instant stardom. His dad drove a truck, his mom taught school, and Bad Bunny, yep, the nickname came from a dreaded bunny costume at school crafted beats on a battered laptop. At 14, he started uploading tracks to SoundCloud, a digital platform that sometimes works like a talent magnet. But the conflict? Puerto Rico's music scene was centered in San Juan, not sleepy Vega Baja. Connections were rare, dreams even rarer. Now you might be thinking, wasn't he just another teenager online? Sure, but when DJ Luwayan heard Dials in 2016, everything snapped into focus. Suddenly, Benito had a contract with Hear This Music, a seismic shift. Think of SoundCloud like a fishing net, but Bad Bunny's catch was 1 in a million. The resolution? Soy Pior hit number 19 on the Billboard Hot Latin Songs, and soon, chart-topping collaborations with Cardi B and Drake made him a global name. The technical term here is crossover appeal, when an artist smashes barriers between genres and languages. Bad Bunny's bilingual, genre-blending style was catalytic, like adding nitroglycerin to reggaeton's steady flame. So, from singing in church pews to breaking the internet, Bad Bunny's story proves that digital platforms and relentless self-belief can turn local legends into world-conquering icons. Now, how did he rewrite the sound and soul of Latin music itself? Let's dive in. What does it take to spark a musical revolution? For Bad Bunny, it wasn't just about catchy beats, it was about breaking conventions. He fused Latin trap and reggaeton, but also sprinkled in bossa, nova, rock, and even electronic dance music. Ever heard Si Veo a Tu Mama? That's a bossa nova sample from The Girl from Ipanema, layered under urban grit. You might be asking, does that even work? Here's the setup. Latin trap was once a niche genre, shadowed by mainstream Latin pop. Reggaeton, with its dembow rhythm, a syncopated drum pattern, was considered formulaic. The conflict? Audiences craved new sounds. But the industry wanted formulas. Bad Bunny, with his conversational tone and viscous melodies, think melodies that stick and flow, refused to fit the mold. Now, imagine the hypothetical exec. Benito, just give us another club banger. But Bad Bunny countered with tracks like Yo Perreo Sola, blending social commentary and playful drag performance into reggaeton's macho world. He challenged gender norms and embraced LGBTQ allyship, all while making global hits. The technical magic? Code switching, slipping between musical traditions, languages, and personas. And streaming dominance. In 2020, he became the first non-English artist to be Spotify's most streamed globally, racking up billions of listens. That's not just numbers. That's a cultural tidal wave. The resolution. Bad Bunny made genre boundaries obsolete. He showed that Latin music isn't just for the club or the neighborhood, it's for the world stage. But artistry alone doesn't make history. What happens when music meets activism and the biggest stages in the world? Picture this, Super Bowl 2026. For the first time, the world's most watched halftime show is headlined by a solo Latino artist, Bad Bunny. The performance is mostly in Spanish. Suddenly, millions are Googling Puerto Rican slang and practicing Bad Bunny choreo. But let me back up. How does an artist move from protest marches in San Juan to the NFL's center stage? Setup. Bad Bunny's rise coincided with political storms in Puerto Rico, hurricanes, government scandals, and debates over colonial status. He didn't stay silent. In 2019, he marched with protesters. In 2022's El Apagón video, he called out corruption and gentrification. The technical term here is celebrity activism, when pop culture power is wielded for social causes. Another is iconography, as when Bad Bunny's painted nails and androgynous fashion shook up traditional male stereotypes. But the conflict came in 2025. He refused to tour the US, citing fears that ICE could target Latino fans at his concerts, spotlighting the tension between mainstream embrace and systemic exclusion. Now you might be thinking, isn't that bad for business? Yet, for Bad Bunny, cultural pride trumped ticket sales. Resolution. His Grammy win for Debí Tirar Más Fotos, the first Spanish-language album of the year, wasn't just a trophy, it was a message. At the Super Bowl, despite political backlash, he dedicated the show to those who ran before me and to immigrant dreams. His Good Bunny Foundation empowered Puerto Rican youth. And on social media, fans maybe used memes and hashtags to turn criticism into global, teachable moments. So, what's the legacy? Bad Bunny isn't just a chart buster. He's a culture buster, redefining masculinity, fighting for marginalized voices, and showing that music, at its bravest, is protest, celebration, and history in motion. As you press play on his next track, remember, this isn't just a beat, it's a movement.